Honda, well known for Civic, Accord, and CR-V, but not pickups. This is the Ridgeline, the second generation in fact. The first one, that ended production in 2014, had a, let's say, unconventional look to it. The design is far more conservative now, the least macho of anything I can think of with a bed.
Because it's not a full-size pickup, it's natural to want to lump Ridgeline in with Nissan Frontier, Toyota Tacoma, and the General Motors twins GMC Canyon and Chevy Colorado. But it's a little bit like comparing apples to pears.
The competition uses body-on-frame chassis and solid rear axles. Ridgeline is unit body with an independent rear suspension, sharing an architecture with Pilot. Ridgeline's control arms, hubs, and struts are strengthened. The Honda is less hardy than the others, but few owners ever tax their trucks. My situation is typical. This garage door needs a ride to the dump, and a light remodel of my office means this workbench is going with it. It's no sweat for Ridgeline with its built-in bed liner. The tailgate opens in the traditional sense, or, on my second trip to the paint store for a color less garish, just like a door. Max towing is 5,000 pounds with all-wheel drive. That's a ton less than Colorado.
Ridgeline's big advantage is drivability. The ride quality is even smoother than the well-regarded Colorado, definitely better than Tacoma. All-wheel drive Ridgelines have true torque vectoring ability, great for cornering, not just brake torque vectoring. Also, if you're thinking about the two-wheel drive version, it's front-wheel drive, not rear-wheel drive.
Oh, and all-wheel drive models come standard with a transmission cooler in case you're towing a lot. Back to torque vectoring, the system can send 70% of its power to the rear wheels and 100% of that to each side. A 3.5-liter V6 provides 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. The 6-speed gearbox has no manual mode, use low or lock fourth into place. Even with Ridgeline's different modes, go with Tacoma for severe off-roading. Acceleration?
It can scoot 0 to 60 happening in under 7 seconds, according to the seat of my Levi's. That's quicker than the outgoing model.
Average fuel economy is best in class by 1 mile per gallon over GM and Toyota trucks with comparable powertrains, 4 higher than the Nissan. Ridgeline is quiet and comfortable, no surprise considering its architecture.
This is a little bit of a stretch, but because Ridgeline is built on a unit body platform, you might think of it as a modern-day El Camino, one with more seats.
The interior, that's roomier than other mid-sized trucks, looks and functions much the same as Pilot. Like the exterior, the vibe is suburbia, not rodeo. There's help when hooking up a trailer solo, plenty of places to stash things too. The center console is huge. This fancy RTL-E model stickers for about 42 grand with adaptive cruise control and loads of safety and comfort features, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto too. The user interface is straightforward, but Honda, a volume knob would be so much better. The rear seat is raised up for visibility and fine for average adults. Cushions swing upward to carry large things that could be stolen from the bed.
The outgoing Ridgeline had a very unique feature, and it remains. The bed has a trunk.
It keeps my gear out of sight. The Space Saver Spare is easy to get at. A drain means it can be filled with ice and used as a cooler. Beverages and valuables are safe. The lid locks with the fob. Tie-downs? Lighting? Check. No toe hold in the bumper though, and the unique tailgate is not dampened. The bed is 5 feet 4 inches long, larger than the outgoing Ridgeline. Standard sheets of plywood fit between the fenders.
I will say the load floor, a little on the high side. Another trick feature, there's an available exterior audio system. Gotta have country music, it's a pickup. Oh, and it doesn't use speakers.
Exciters vibrate the bed walls for decent sound. It's not for audiophiles. I powered my electric chainsaw here to cut up the garage door, then listened to the audio system while loading my dump run. Rejecting brawny design and marketing, this Honda is the thinking person's pickup, and smart people think twice before telling friends they have one. Half the stuff I'm hauling is not mine. Roomy and comfortable, Ridgeline excels at doing the kinds of chores people really do. Now if it could help reattach my downspouts. Talking to the folks at Honda about the outgoing Ridgeline, of which about 250,000 were sold, owners are rabid about their trucks but did not like the flying buttress design. Visually, it made the bed look shorter than it was, and loading from the side was harder. The armchair marketing guy in me believes that Honda could move far more of these if it gave Ridgeline at least a little bit more of a rugged look. Capability is not an issue. I took the opportunity to do many chores with it in a week's time. It was very comfortable and did everything I asked of it. Oh, and if you're wondering about my remodel job, still not done, but this is how it looks right now. Coming along. I need another week or two.
There you go, gang. That is my look at the 2017 Honda Ridgeline, a great alternative to the usual suspects. And if you're having trouble deciding what to buy in this segment, my advice: know thyself. Don't believe the hype. Don't overbuy, which people tend to do when it comes to pickup trucks. Understand what you're going to do with the truck and buy the one that's right for you. All right? That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk, who needs to get back to painting. Dang.